Bullying using social media, texting, or other electronic means. What are some guiding questions for this presentation? Number 1, what is cyberbullying and what are some examples? Number 2, how can parents and schools help educate students about avoiding and preventing cyberbullying? So, what exactly is cyberbullying? An article titled Cyberbullying for Teens describes cyberbullying as the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. Cyberbullying can occur anywhere there is internet access. It can happen with the use of computers, tablets, phones, or any technological device. It can happen in various online settings, such as, but not limited to, social media platforms, discussion boards, video games, computer games, text messages, etc. Cyberbullying can affect people of all ages, but it is more common with kids and teens. Examples of cyberbullying include calling names, sharing private photos, and excluding others. Cyberbullying can affect students' well-being as well as academic success. Kids and teens need to be educated about cyberbullying and what to do if they see or are the victim of it.
Cyberbullying 2.0. See what some teens, parents, and anti-bully advocates say about what cyberbullying looks like today.
You could be the meanest, most horrible person in the world, and if somebody sees you have like 6,000 followers on Instagram at school, or like you get a ton of likes, they'll be your friend. They don't care what you're like.
Are you gonna be on my side if I let you up?
Sure, Chick, sure. I'm on your side. Just let me up. I'll do anything you say.
When I was a student, bullying was always in person. In my neighborhood, the bully who lived up the hill, and we would be careful not to go that direction, because if he was outside, he would grab your bike and harass you.
Get off, I want to ride it.
Oh, no, Chick, not my new bike.
Oh, I was bullied all through school.
And I can remember the kid who you all just kind of knew was mean to people, whether it was on the playground or other places. I'm not going to say his name. I'm sure he's a great guy now.
The bullying happened at school or on the bus.
The ways in which this person could have access to my life were pretty limited. In this case, it was the 7 hours that I was at school.
Now it's always available. It's going to follow them everywhere.
Have any of you ever been harassed online?
Yes, 120%.
People are still just like mean.
Yeah, they're called trolls. They just like troll you and try and make you feel bad.
Trolls are just kind of a part of the society we live in nowadays.
Our bullying did not go in front of the whole world on social media. To them, it feels like it went out to the whole world.
Personally, I don't really get those,
Where are the safe places for a kid growing up? Because as soon as I get home, everyone goes to their room and the devices come out, and everything that was horrible about what just happened is shared over and over and over again.
By 6th grade, he was bullying me on Instagram, and my friends were telling me, and I had no means to defend myself.
Well, honestly, I do think it's worse to be bullied online because you don't know who you're talking to.
Big picture, he was bullied in a lot of different ways, and part of the way that also showed up was through text message.
You know, it was in person in school, in the classroom, divide and conquer, as well as cyber. And so it was coming at him from all angles.
And it would never shut off. But the cyber stuff, so I would block Kid A and block Kid B, and they would give Ethan's number. And then they started texting Gavin. They had Gavin's ID, and messages were coming in through. Gavin was 6 at the time. They were relentless.
He was the target.
It was relentless.
When I finally did get a phone in 7th grade, it got bad because I also got Snapchat around the same time, And so I could now see what he was posting about me.
Every kid sees this happening. It's hitting a much larger and broader audience than it ever used to. You know, and sometimes people pile on.
It's another thing when the bully gets 25 people in a text thread and it's all directed at you. It's a different scale and it's a different time.
It's an amplifier for the worst parts of us. Let's take an example like Twitter. It's calculating what is the thing that I can show you that gets the most engagement. And it turns out that outrage, moral outrage, gets the most engagement. So it was found in a study that for every word of moral outrage that you add to a tweet, it increases your retweet rate by 17%.
If they didn't have tech, I swear they would have a black eye every day.
There are just so many more channels through which I can be a complete jerk that don't involve me being in front of you, which is the great neutralizer of cruelty. Because if I see you and I look you in the eye, we tend to treat each other differently.
He was having a really difficult time. He was very agitated. And it had to do with his phone. And I couldn't understand because we'd found some text messages on it that concerned me. And I asked him about it, and I took the phone from him, and we talked. We shared some tears, and I said, really, son, what's going on here?
A couple days after Christmas, the stomach pains got so bad we had to go to the emergency room. I was convinced he had appendicitis. He was in so much pain. He threw up 2 or 3 times. His blood work's good. This is weird. Like, we don't know. And I knew in that moment it was anxiety. I knew it. We got him through the other side, but there was a place there where it was so dark, I thought, this is it. This is that tipping moment where we lost our kid.
You know, certainly there's an element that kids need to learn resilience, and they need to understand that people are not always going to agree with them, and they may even tease them. And there's an element that that's okay, because we can't train kids to expect that they will always be shielded from any negative thing in their life. That said, it's important for a parent to know where in the spectrum it is for your child relative to where they are in their developmental cycle.
So it's definitely there. It's definitely there, but I'm certain it's probably more behind people's backs nowadays.
Cyberbullying is definitely, like Charlie said, a lot more subtle than people like to make it out to be.
So what happens when somebody takes somebody off Instagram?
Oh, it's a big thing.
It's a big deal.
It's like, you know, when you block somebody on Instagram, like, you can tell, like, we all know the signs of, like, when somebody blocks you on Instagram, and it's, like, a big thing because, you know, this person doesn't like you anymore.
That group photo where I don't tag that one girl. That parents may not pick up on that, but that is a subtle way of saying, I'm not gonna tag you, or I'm not going to like that photo, or whatever it might be. We've attached worth to those things. And that's a little subtle jab that I think kids are doing all the time. I see it, I hear it.
What about the constant awareness that you're not invited to something or you're being left out?
I hate that. Nothing makes me more upset than that.
When people hang out or do something cooler than you, they're gonna post it, and then it just shows like, hey, you're not here. You know, you suck.
I would actually be like, what did I do wrong? Like, I must have done something wrong. Like, I need to fix something about my character. Like, I just need to completely change myself. Who would be the person that would be invited, and then make myself into that?
It's not outright, and it's not something you can just see when you go online. It's something that's behind the scenes, and it's something that affects someone over years and years, and slowly changes the way they think.
We focus on cyberbullying. I want to focus on some of the challenges that students, parents, and schools may face. Starting with students, the emotional stress and anxiety increases, as well as their depression, and they tend to have lower self-esteem, which affects their academic performance. And then a lot of students have a fear of reporting incidents, or they don't know where to start and what's going to happen once they do so. Focusing on parents, it's difficult for parents to monitor online activity because there are so many different apps in today's world, as well as a lot of children have multiple devices. So they may have a phone, an iPad, and so it's hard for parents to be able to monitor all of those things, as well as recognizing the warning signs. A lot of people are not educated about cyberbullying. And so it's hard to recognize when something is going wrong. And then feeling unprepared on how to guide their students through digital conflict. The last one is focusing on schools. So when I say schools, I mean principals, teachers, any school staff or faculty. It's hard to detect it because a lot of this goes on while children are at home or children are at basketball games, football games. And so there's already limited resources and training on how to deal with cyberbullying. Lastly, being able to balance discipline for the bully while also being able to give that time to the victim to support them through their cyberbullying incident. So these are just some challenges to think about for each part of the party, the students, the parents, and the school.
This slide highlights 4 key ways schools can support students' well-being in the digital world. First, digital citizenship education. This isn't just about teaching kids how to stay safe online, it's also about empathy, kindness, and making thoughtful choices when posting or interacting. It helps students understand the impact of their words and actions online. Next, parental engagement. When parents are involved, by setting boundaries, monitoring use, and modeling good habits at home, it creates consistency between what kids hear at school and what they experience at home. That teamwork makes a big difference. Then we have whole school intervention programs like Upright and Creep. These focus on resilience, coping strategies, and early detection of issues. Instead of reacting to problems after they happen, these programs help schools create a positive climate and give students the skills to handle challenges before they escalate. Finally, technology tools and partnerships. Many platforms now provide reporting features and educator tools. For example, Instagram has resources just for teachers. Schools can also use apps that connect students with remote supports, which research shows can really boost outcomes. So, overall, these approaches work best when they're not just isolated, but connected. Schools, families, and technology, all reinforcing the same message, helping students thrive online and offline.
Hello, everyone. Today, I'll be addressing strategies that schools, families, and communities can help to prevent and address cyberbullying. My focus is on practical approaches and real examples that are making a difference. Strategy 1, school-wide prevention programs. Prevention is always better than reaction. One of the strongest strategies is embedding digital citizenship into school curricula. Programs like Common Sense Digital Citizenship Curriculum teaches students empathy, respect, and responsibility of online behavior. Similarly, the Olawis Bullying Prevention Program has been adapted to include cyberbullying modules. These programs make respect part of the school culture. Strategy 2, reporting and intervention systems. Even with prevention efforts, bullying still happens. That's why schools need safe reporting systems. Anonymous tools like the Stop It app or Pennsylvania's Safe to Say Something program empower students to speak up without fear of retaliation. Once reports are made, trained counselors and digital safety officers can intervene quickly and effectively. Strategy 3, parents and community involvement. Cyberbullying doesn't stop when students leave school. It often happens at home, on social media, and messaging apps. Parents and communities need to be partners. Programs like PTA Connect for Respect, train families in strategies to prevent cyberbullying, while Meta provides a parent's guide for Facebook and Instagram use. These efforts help bridge the gap between home and school. Strategy 4, policies and legislation support. Finally, policies and laws provide the framework for accountability. Schools should have clear, consistent rules that address cyberbullying. States like New Jersey lead the way with the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights Act, which requires schools to act quickly and proactively. Policies ensure that no case goes ignored.
As technology advances, what can parents and school faculty do to protect children from cyberbullying?
Our children's lives are now infused with technology.
A lot of people are on social media, so I feel like I have to be on it too.
And while they're plugged in, there's the risk of cyberbullying.
What are some steps that you could take?
And then I started texting her. I'm like, did your account happen to get hacked into?
Cyberbullying is an issue, and it's something that we have to stay vigilant about.
What can families do to unplug their kids?
We just want to be able to say, okay, now's enough.
And how will our schools in the future deal with cyberbullying?
When things are being posted online, they're there 24/7.
We can't ignore technology.
Especially in this day and age, communication doesn't necessarily mean face-to-face, but through text messaging, email, social media.
With its help, schools, such as the Fort Osage Career and Technology Center, can prepare students for the future.
You're going to see something cool.
Since my freshman year, I was also a member of the first robotics team here. We've qualified for world championships.
But technology now has a role in the personal lives of our children.
And I usually just play with my friends on like video games.
And then sometimes I use this app called TikTok, like messages and like photos. And I play Madden, NBA 2K.
And as technology has taken hold of so much of our kids' lives, cyberbullying has become an issue for our schools.
How many of you have already witnessed or experienced someone using technology in a mean, cruel way? Raise your hand.
Cyberbullying is essentially when someone is using technology as a tool to harm another person. It's something that happens more than one time.
Since 2007, the Lee Summit School District has partnered with nonprofits Lee Summit Cares and Rediscover to educate its kids on cyberbullying.
So I got a text and she was like, there is a bunch of like bad words in my bio. So my friend, she was compared to other people on social media.
Well, he sort of just broke down and left the chat.
She was really upset, so I just called her and I talked her through it.
I really was hoping that he didn't do anything that would harm him or, run away maybe. I was just trying to make sure.
A recent survey looked at US teens and found that nearly 60% of them have experienced cyberbullying. And it's clearly an issue for elementary schools as well.
The concerning part for teachers and parents is a lot of this conversation the kids are having, we're not aware of.
So how can schools in the future protect our children?
We talk about personal responsibility. We also talk about things that we need to do to protect others.
And I told them that they should take it down. They did, and they ended up apologizing to my friend.
School counselors have a critical role to play.
So we do training specifically on how to report. We have tools where students can report online if they're not comfortable reporting to an adult in person.
And the school district holds students accountable for cyberbullying whenever or wherever it happens, if it impacts school. The schools acknowledge, however, that they have to rely on parents.
Most importantly, it comes down to our parents.
And then we also are available to assist parents, to support them with different apps that they can use at home.
Rebecca and Ryan are parents of a 6th grade student.
We've seen him be in a group chat with 20 other students, and we don't know half of those kids probably.
They let him text his friends on condition that he lets them try and monitor what's said.
Some nights there will be hundreds of texts for us to have to sort through and look through.
So they turn to technology and an app called Bark to help them.
We'll get an email from BARC showing us a report of anything that could be concerning.
But aside from cyberbullying, there is general concern about the amount of time kids spend on devices.
It is a concern, not only for us as educators, but for parents too.
Our screen time in our house is limited to an hour and 45 minutes a day. And we monitor that with a device called the Circle.
Too much screen time can affect kids in a variety of ways.
As students spend more and more time online, our need to teach empathy, to help grow their empathy, has increased.
It's another argument in support of a type of learning we've looked at before in this series, project-based learning.
The empathy piece is critically important for our kids in terms of being intentional with our instructional approach. Through project-based learning, getting our kids to collaborate, connect with one another, and also understand and appreciate our differences.
Empathetic children are also less likely to become cyberbullies. For parents looking for guidance on how to protect their children in this new technological age, the American Academy of Pediatrics provides a family media plan through the website on the screen.
Our goal is to help our kids understand that there's a balance there. And so you take the good and you leave the bad, and hopefully in the midst of that you end up a more informed citizen and you're able to contribute something great to society.
When they get done doing that, I'll show you what we.
To conclude, cyberbullying is a serious challenge in today's schools. But by combining prevention programs, reporting systems, family involvement, and strong policies, we can make schools safer for every learner. These strategies are not just about stopping bullying. They're about building a culture of digital citizenship where respect and safety is the norm.